Hello and welcome back to 27 Fox Place. I have a lot of cleaning on my to-do list today. I have my usual zone cleaning tasks and I have a few spring cleaning tasks to add to the list. And cleaning the upholstery is something I like to do in the spring when the weather is warm and dry so that the fabrics dry quickly, and it's either been cold and rainy or cold and windy, but we finally had a nice day for a change, and it started off a little bit chilly, but it warmed up enough to open up the windows and get a few spring cleaning tasks checked off the list. And I got started with pulling off all the cushion covers on the sofa so that I could get them back on in the same day. And the covers are machine washable in cold water, but they need to air dry, and even on the warmest days it takes all day for them to dry.
You tell me you're scared. You tell me you're weak. But I know you're stronger than what you think. And I know it's hard.
I'm washing all the blankets along with the sofa cushions, and since it's such a large load, I decided to add 2 laundry pods, and I'm adding a little borax to help boost the cleaning power of the laundry detergent. Both borax and OxiClean brighten and remove stains, and you can use them separately or together. And I always like to use vinegar in place of fabric softener, and I fill up both the bleach and the liquid softener dispensers, and of course I like to add my favorite Downy scent beads.
Through the black and the blue, whatever the mountain, we'll climb to the next. Honey, I'm with you through life and to death.
Changing the sheets is a weekly task that I usually do towards the end of the week. I change the sheets on the bed, wash the blankets in the living room, and clean the laundry room all in the same day. And since I have cleaning in the living room, I switched a few of the weekly tasks so that I could take care of it all at the same time.
I wish you could see that. I think you're brave. If it all falls, if it all breaks, I'll still be here. We'll fix these mistakes. Wherever you're going, I'm going to. I'll follow you through the black and the blue. Whatever the mountain, we'll climb to the next. Honey, I'm with you through life and to death.
We have bills due at the first of the month, and I had some paperwork to take care of, so I have a little bit to tidy up and put away, and the mail gets dropped on the counter when we come into the house. So it just made sense for us to keep all of the paperwork in the kitchen so that it's easy to put away. We converted this kitchen cabinet into a file cabinet by installing this hanging file insert, and I'll be sure to add a link to the description box if you want to know more about that. And all the paperwork is now in one place, and we can easily file important papers and bills as soon as they come into the house.
It's the same old story being told inside my head. I'm too shy to straighten up my bones and be a man. I gotta tear this wall apart to let you in. door won't stay open till the end. Won't you tell?
Vacuuming the sofa is part of my zone cleaning schedule, and I remove all the cushions and vacuum underneath, and it helps remove dust and allergens and of course dog hair. And there's a few heavily soiled areas on the arms and front part of the sofa that I need to clean today, but I need to vacuum first.
I will see what I've done. Let it go too soon. Oh, I'd be stronger if you just step right in. 'Cause I need a start to let you in. Days pass and I'm still
Regular vacuuming helps to keep the furniture looking its best, but oils and perspiration from our skin transfer to the fabric, which attracts dirt and makes the furniture look old. So I try to clean the upholstery once a year to help keep it looking new, and I found that this carpet cleaner works just as well on the furniture upholstery, and I like to use it to pre-treat the more heavily soiled areas on the upholstery. And because the cushions are machine washable, I know it's safe to clean the rest of the sofa, but you should always check with the fabric's care instructions, and when in doubt, be sure to test a hidden area before you use a product for the first time. I have more cleaning to do in this room, so to get the cushions out of the way, I'm going to put them back on the sofa and cover them up with a blanket. And to make sure that Miss Callie doesn't hop up to take a nap, I'm going to block the sofa with the throw pillows. Vacuuming the soft furnishings is part of my zone cleaning schedule, and I've shared my ideal zone cleaning schedule with you, and I will link that playlist if you want to see more of what that looks like. But I try to limit the time that I spend in a zone to about 1 hour a week, and I deep clean one room each week, and it takes about 8 weeks to clean the entire house. And I generally clean the upper level 1 month and the lower level the following month. And this week the zone is in the living room, but I don't always clean a zone in the same way every time. So instead of cleaning the entire living room today, I'm just going to focus on all the soft furnishings on the entire lower level today. Leather needs to be conditioned to keep it from drying out and cracking, so I try to condition the leather a few times a year. But before I condition the leather, I need to clean it, and my husband gets this leather cleaner from a dealership to clean the car seats, and I use the same products to clean this leather chair. I like to use a damp microfiber cloth to clean the chair, but because I'm using leather conditioner today, I'm using a soft cotton cloth to clean the leather, and once the chair is all clean, I'll use another cotton cloth to work in the conditioner.
Don't be a stranger in the night. Take a chance for some romance. Don't cover your eyes. Willow trees know you better than anyone else. It's time you let your guard down for someone like me. I'd say I'm settled and a pretty calm. I don't storm in the storm. If not me, then someone like me that knows what to do and how to take.
Because I try to limit the time that I spend cleaning, I'm not going to clean the entire banquette today. I'm just going to vacuum and spot clean a few stains.
The sweetest red cheese I'd ever seen. You stand beside me in every dream. Angel goddess, you cover them all. Say, what can I do to get you to fall for someone like me? I'd say I'm settled and a pretty cold. that he deserves you. That he deserves you. Go with someone like me. I'd say I'm settled and pretty calm. I don't storm in the storm, no. Not me, then someone like me that knows what to do and how to take care of you. But most of all, that deserves you.
And of course, when spring arrives, the dogs start losing their winter coat, so until the weather gets warm enough to give the dogs a bath, I'll be using the vacuum a little bit more often.
I woke up in the middle of the night. Na, na, na. And I wondered how you're always right. It gets me. I couldn't see what you saw in me. Ooh, na, na, na. But you showed me how to believe. Still gets me. When I look back, I can see you're hiding, waiting for a moment to step in. And I'll never understand how you saw it coming. Oh, but I will love you for it all. Yeah, I will love you for it all.
There are times when I use the no heat setting on the dryer, and there are times when I just hang things up to dry. And it was a nice enough day, but I didn't want to wait all day to get the couch put back together, so I decided to use the dryer to speed up the process. But fabrics that are heavyweight, like the blankets, take longer to dry than the lighter weight fabrics, and the blankets will take longer to dry, so I left them out to air dry.
Ooh, na, na, na. It's like cutting a wound in a bleeding heart. It gets me.
And while I was in the area, I took a minute to put things away and tidy up.
It all. Ooh, na, na, na. Just give me some time, 'cause I need to know that you're staying. When I look back, I can see you're hiding, waiting for a moment to step in. And I'll never understand how you saw it coming. Oh, but I will love you for it all. When I look back, I can see you're hiding, waiting for a moment to step in. Oh, and I'll never understand how you saw it coming. Oh, but I will love you for it all. Yeah.
I wash and fold 1 load of laundry a day, and I try not to wash a load of clothes when I wash the sheets and blankets, but I have a few clothes that I left out to dry from the day before that I need to fold and put away.
If I wrote you a song, if I got every word, perfectly weighted on a thin piece of paper. Would it make any difference? Would it change for the better if I wrote you a poem, if I posted a letter? Is it maybe because I never knew quite where
I have a load of dirty clothes ready for tomorrow that I need to take downstairs with me, and while I'm waiting for everything to dry, I can clean the floors downstairs.
But I am too, whatever the cost, we'll make it through. Tell me you're the one for me now, 'cause what am I supposed to do? If you are not the one for me, then tell me now what I could do. If I told you that I don't know where I'm going, don't know what to say, but I go without knowing. If I told you that I don't know what to believe in, don't know how to pray, but I pray anyway. Tell me you're the one for me now, 'cause what am I supposed to do? If you are not the one for me, then tell me now what I could do. Tell me you're the one for me now. I pray that you believe it too. That you're the only one for me, and I'm the only one for you. Tell me you're the one for me now, 'cause what am I supposed to do? If you are not the one for me, then tell me now what I could do. Tell me you're the one for me now. I pray that you believe it too. That you're the only one for me, and I'm the only one.
Cleaning the bar stools was the last of the furniture on my checklist today, and I just used a damp microfiber cloth to clean them as I put them back.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart.
Because it was such a nice day, I decided to add 2 more things to my list before I finally called it a day, and it's been a minute since I last cleaned Rosie, and the filters should be cleaned about once a month, but I can't remember the last time I cleaned them, and I'm just going to use the blower to remove most of the dust before I wash them out with soap and water.
Fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream away. Standing on a field with you and flowers everywhere.
I usually remember to clean out the collection tank when Rosie pulls out of the station, and while she's busy cleaning, I empty the tank. But I always neglect to clean out the brushes, and it doesn't usually get this bad, but it's been at least 2 weeks or more since the last time I remembered to take care of it. got most of the dust out of the filters, but I'm going to use a little soap and water to get them clean, and the filters need to be completely dry before I put them back, so once they're clean, I'll leave them in the sun to dry.
I know that you are having a hard time right now. That everything seems to crumble around you. I know that you feel all alone in this world, but you have to put your trust into us, and we will help you through, 'cause we only want what's best for you. I know that you are having trouble believing right now that everything is gonna be alright. I know that you feel all alone in this world, but you have to put your trust into us, and we will help you through, 'cause we only want what's best, what is best for you.
I don't have the patience to clean each individual leaf on the artificial plants that we have, and most of the time I just use the blower to remove the dust, but over time they start to look dull even after dusting them off, so they need to be rinsed off with a little water every few months. And most days I leave them out to air dry, but since I have the leaf blower out anyway, I'm just going to use it to dry off the excess water. The dryer only runs for 30 minutes on the air dry setting, and I had to run it about 3 times before the covers were dry enough to put back. And since the dryer was empty, I could put all the heavier blankets in the dryer to finish drying. And the worst part of the whole process is having to wait to put everything back together at the end of the day when all I want to do is relax. But everything smells fresh and clean and looks new again, which makes it all worthwhile.
Find a
That's all for today. If you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications before you go. And thank you so much for spending your time with me today, and I hope to see you next time.